Sanbonani. Good morning. Just to correct you, Natasha, Usizo Labantu. You almost said something wrong there. Usizo, it's farting. But Usizo, it's help. So yeah, it's help for the people financial planning. My name is Nhlanhla Makhanya. Thank you so much. I've been asked to come and share my experience as an entrepreneur as well. So I was trying to prepare over the last couple of days, and I realized that, you know what, let me not just speak from the heart, because what I'm going to be sharing today is things that I've been through, and perhaps it can help one of you here, or maybe many of you. But before I could go on, there's something that really struck me from US President Donald Trump when he was campaigning for being a president. One of the interviews, they asked him how did he, make it to success. If you remember very well, I think he said, "It hasn't been easy. My father gave me a small loan of $1 million." Isn't that funny? And here we are, we're trying very hard to, make money, and there's someone out there who's saying it hasn't been easy. They was just given a small loan of $1 million. And at some point, I thought, my father was useless. How come he couldn't leave me with even a cent? But it's a story for our lives. What I've learned over the years is that as an entrepreneur, I'm sure you'll concur with this, is that all of us that are sitting around here, we have creative faculties, which is our mind. And we tend to run ahead, of ourselves sometimes. And we always, get excited easily, want to go fast, want to make money and set up different businesses. And hence, they fail. My businesses that I've set up, I think it's been more than, I think I've done, 10 or 12 businesses that have failed. And I'm still going ahead. Because I've learned that failure, it is first attempt in learning. My first business was a call center. At some point, I thought that I had made it down here in Durban, in town, where I had employed over 40 call center agents, revenue for about 300,000 per month. Hey, I'm good. 2 years later, went under. Now, there's a guy who said to me, in business, you must diversify. Do not put your eggs in one basket. Because what if the basket falls? It means you're going to lose all your businesses or all your money. So here I was an entrepreneur that was perceived to be successful, making money, and I do not have a business. I had to start something new again. Then I joined forwarding and clearing business, which is, it helps you import and export your goods from other countries. That also went under. I went to retail, selling hair, ladies' hair. It went under. I went to asset management, trying to help people to invest money wisely. Also, it went under. And I had to come back and go back to a drawing board and ask myself as to what is it that is happening. What I realized was that I had not searched myself. I didn't do an introspection of who I am, what I'm good at, what is it that I love. Because as an entrepreneur, we are passionate of what we are doing. But as soon as we are in the trenches, you end up forgetting that this is not what you are there to do. Your job is to go out there and look for business opportunities so that you can expand and grow your business. Your job is to create jobs. Your job is not to be self-employed. Your job is to be a business person and run the business. So sometimes we find ourselves in the trenches, and when you're in the trenches, you don't see what's happening. Whereas when you're up there on the balcony, you can be able to see what is happening and be able to diversify and build your business, open up other branches, and so forth. So, lesson learned was that, number one, get a good jockey. If I can use an analogy of the horse, the fast horse. The fast horse, you breed it, and then you take it there to the gravel race course. Hopefully, it's going to win. But then, it can't win alone. You need a jockey. And the jockey has to be light, and the jockey has to be able to ride this horse to make sure that it wins. So as an entrepreneur, our duty is to breed these horses that are fast, that they can win. But also look for the right jockeys to be able to drive these horses. So one mistake I did not believe in jockeys. So make sure that when you set up your business, get the right person to run your business and get the right person to manage it so that you can have the time to go on a balcony and be able to do what you do best. If you are a manufacturer of this microphone, yes, do it yourself for the first 2 years, because I believe that you cannot manage what you cannot measure. So be there first, learn, see how your business is generating revenue, then look for someone to do it for you so that you can do what you do best. What you do, you go out there and look for more opportunities. 2, hire the right team. As I said, that we have a creative faculty. We wander around, we always think, we always look for opportunities. So rather, find the right team to support you. You're not an accountant, you're not a lawyer, even though I know sometimes when they ask you, hey, I need an NDA, you always go and try and prepare it yourself, and you end up making mistakes. That's going to cost you a lot of money. I've done that as well. Hire the right people to do those things. Get the right accountant, get the right lawyer, get whoever's going to design your strategy so that you can do what you do best. And also make sure that you diversify. Diversify your portfolio. As I said, do not put all your eggs in one basket. As a businessman, as a business person, you might be doing one thing now, but rather look at other opportunities to make sure that you don't find yourself in the same position where you failed. And make sure that your income comes from various sources. Have a business plan. Business plan, I'm not talking about the business plan that the funders will want you to present, because we always cook those business plans to make sure to get the money. But have your business plan that you're not going to cook, that's going to speak to what you want to achieve. Have a business plan that's going to have your strategy. I'm talking about that 1-page or 2-page business plan of what you want, where you're going, how you're going to sustain your business. You must always have it, because I know the one that the funders they want, sometimes it can be very difficult to prepare. And it's very thick, has fancy words, and you don't even know what they mean. So rather, prepare your own business plan that speak to you and your plans and your strategy. Build solid relationships. In here today, we're very fortunate to mingle. Use this opportunity wisely. I've learned over time that if we network, it's all about building solid relationships. It's not really about just taking your business card today. It's all about knowing what you do and what do I do. And then in the near future, we might do business and have a solid relationship. Why? I've learned that sometimes we tend to use those relationships faster than we should. So I've learned that you've got to let it mature like wine. You know wine? Apparently, you let it ferment and let it mature, then you can enjoy it. Same thing with relationships as well. Let's make sure that we don't just abuse them. Let's use those relationships wisely. Sometimes we get a card, if you can just get a card today from Richard Branson, don't go around and try and show to us that you've met Richard Branson. Now I can call him now, hey, Richard, But rather call him when you know you've got something that is tangible. Madiba, when he called him, apparently we just went through the recession, and he says that Madiba called him and said, I've got a crisis in South Africa. The health and records were shutting down. I need you to come and rescue us. That was a good call. Hence today there's vision, all these vision, what are they, gyms? I don't go there, you can tell. So I'm saying build solid relationships, make sure that these are relationships that you will use at a later stage to benefit your business and to benefit you as well. Not just only mere networking and exchanging business cards, but make sure that you build solid relationships. And obviously, we do need money. So years later, I realized that, yes, I can use my own cash, but my cash can be very limited. So I need someone to really buy into my idea, and I can be able to expand and fulfill my role and be able to create meaningful opportunities and create jobs. I'm glad to say I was very fortunate through the relationships that one has built over the years. I was fortunate to be introduced to Masizane Fund from Old Mutual. Old Mutual, before Masizane came in, as I opened a retail mass franchise for Old Mutual, where we sell financial products to the retail mass. And Old Mutual funded that business. And obviously, because I have learned over the years, that business is still in existence. Since 2010, it's still in existence. And I've applied all these things. Right now I'm here, I'm not worried that my business is running or not. Right now I'm here, I know that I have good support, I've got good jockey, team members that are going to help me to make sure that my goal is achieved. And then thereafter, I had an opportunity to buy Spa in Vryheid. And through Old Mutual, I was introduced to Masizane Fund. Please make sure that you see them today. They're here. They can really help you. I was totally against, or I had a bad perception of these funders, the banks. You know, you go to the bank, you tell them of your idea, they think that no, they want 120 pages, they want collateral, they want all these things that you don't have. I mean, I'm a black child from Gwamashu. How can you expect me to have collateral for 10 million rand? So, when I went to Masizane, I thought it was one of those, opportunities, but just go and do it for the sake of doing it and try it. Little did I know that their interest was really for young entrepreneurs. And they gave me an opportunity, and they gave us 7.1 million rand. Today, we do own a spa in Vryheid. With all the businesses that we run, we employ over 120 people. And I'm grateful for that, and I think every one of you here has a very same opportunity. They can be able to get those opportunities, and you can do it. Last week, about 2 weeks ago, I was invited to be a speaker at one of the festivals that was here, Essence Festival, and a new network was born. I came up with a concept of Radical Entrepreneurial Network, REN, that I would like everyone to use. The purpose there was to just share information, help one another, and make sure that, guys, you don't go through the same things that I've been through. So please like it on Facebook. It's called Radical Entrepreneurial Network, REN. And you can just like it. We share information. You share your information. I share mine. It's not a company. Well, it's an NPO. Guys, having said this, what I'm saying to you guys is that use your resources wisely, believe in other people, and trust yourself that you're an entrepreneur, you're not an employee. Thank you.